Every year, we wait for the brand new Silver Eagle coin. This year, we are including the brand new innovation coin, and we'll even give you an opportunity to have an auto shipment of innovation coins coming up a little bit later on in the hour. But look at the price, $89.95 for the 2019 Perfect Annex. First day of issue, limited edition, only 12,019. Well, certainly not that many remaining now after we launch this. Silver Eagle and the innovation coin and a grading certificate where you can have 4 coins graded, an incredible value. Our resident numismatist, Mike Mezak, is here to explain the incredible value of this today's special. Mike, welcome.
Good. Well, thank you, thank you. I've been doing this New Year's Eve day, basically, every year for, I think this is my 16th year that we've done this. I have never had this much stuff. Right, that goes with it. I mean, I guess that's the best. The freebies now, you know, the add-ons, the bonuses, however you want to describe it, the extras are at an all-time high. We've done some of these in the past, some things we've never done, like the brand new, we've never included another coin. The brand new innovation dollars, we'll talk about that. That's going to be included. But let's talk about the coin itself, and then we'll get to all the bonuses. Because as a standalone, just the coin itself at $89.95 is a spectacular opportunity, because this is $119.95. So let's say we have any left tomorrow, which is just, we always speculate because we always sell out, so it's not true.
30 more dollars.
But it would be $119.95, and the freebies go away, except for the box. So the box always goes with it.
30 more dollars tomorrow, and you don't get the innovation coin, and you don't get the grading certificate.
And you don't get the grading certificate, and I don't think you get the free shipping and handling either.
No. Okay. Or 3 flex.
Or 3 flex. All of that, okay, goes away. Well, okay. Which is why I think we're almost, I mean, we're getting close to almost half sold out of this. Wow. Now, we've had one full presentation. Sure. Well, one full show, so two presentations within that show. I have, including this, 9 presentations more scheduled for the day, but we're almost half sold out after one.
Wow, and you only have, it's a limited edition of just over 12,000.
Once it's 12,019 gone, that's it. Understand, it can never come back. It doesn't matter about price, doesn't matter about availability, it's not a wait list, it's not anything. It's just simply not available. So let's talk about the coin. 1986, President Ronald Reagan signs the Liberty Coin Act into law, creating the most popularly collected silver coin in the history of the world, the American Silver Eagle. And every year as it comes out, it's one of the most eagerly anticipated coins. But for the last, and for me, the last 25 years and 16 years here, when the brand new coin came out, we have been certifying this. And I was the very first person to certify modern issue coins. And what certification means is you get the brand new Silver Eagle, but you get it guaranteed absolutely, positively perfect, mint state 70. See, in coin collecting, as in any collecting, the single most important determining factor of value is condition. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. And if you take a look at, let's say, that first year, that 1986 Silver Eagle, in a mint state 69, even certified, that coin's about $89.95, but in mint state 70, this perfect highest grade, it's about a $500 or $600 coin. The difference is grade. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. It's different than a coin that's uncertified. It's different than a coin that's certified at a lesser grade. And in coin collecting, mint state 70 is the highest grade. We grade on a 70-point scale. Don't ask me why, it's just the way we do it. So there's no mint state 71 or mint state 70.1 or mint state 100. Mint state 70 is perfect. It means a lot. It's extraordinarily important. We're gonna have some Kennedy half dollars, I think, in a couple of hours. A nice, brilliant uncirculated is $19.50. There was a mint state 68 coin, that same Kennedy half dollar, just hit the marketplace, $4,000 at auction, simply because of the grade. That's how important grade is. This coin is certified perfect. So you get the brand new coin, certified perfect, first day of issue, which is an additional designator of value, individually numbered, 100% exclusive to us here at HSN for this, for $89.95. Now, as you see it right here at $89.95, it's a spectacular value. It's a spectacular opportunity, the brand new coin that just came out. And I'll talk about that here in a minute. But now let's start doing the add-ons. Right. The things that we do only on this day for this coin. And the big one is right there in front of you, Shannon. That's the grading certificate. Annex is one of the 4 major grading companies. PCGS, NGC, Annex, and ICG are the grading companies. This entitles you to 4 coins certified at Annex. That's a $19 per coin value. That's a $76 value in grading. And if you collect coins, you grade coins. Oh, sure. Because certification is the key. That's why one of the reasons we sell so many of these. We have dealers that buy 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 of these coins, because for every one you buy, you get 4 free certifications. And understand at $19, that's just about the lowest price you can get a coin certified for. If you were to take a coin to a coin show, that Annex goes to many, many coin shows during the year, and have them graded at the coin show for you, that's $100 a coin. Seriously? Absolutely, for same-day grading on the floor. And so when we're talking about $19 a coin, that's kind of the low end of that. I grade 1 million coins a year with Annex. I just about pay $19 to certify every single one of those coins that we certify.
So at minimum, this is worth $76. Okay. At minimum.
So now, okay, so we now have $89.95, so take 70. So now we're below the cost of the silver. Okay, we're below melt value. But we're gonna give free shipping and handling. Yep. Okay, we're gonna give you a free box, $14.95, red oak presentation box. So now we're over, the bonuses are over $89.95, and that's why this is such a huge thing every year. And then something we've never done before is the brand new coin that the United States government has put out called the Innovation Dollar. They're doing a special series of golden dollars that honor American inventions and innovators in the exact order by state, in the order of statehood. So starting in 2019, they're going to do Pennsylvania, Delaware, Georgia, and Connecticut, the first 4 states, and they're going to do those coins and inventors. We don't even know what those are yet. This came out literally like 3 weeks ago. This coin just kind of showed up. They had the authorization to do a inaugural coin. They've never done that before. That's what this is. That's this inaugural coin. It doesn't specifically honor any invention. It kicks off the program. The government's never done that. So we've got the Statue of Liberty, one of the most incredible, I'm sorry, the Statue of Liberty right over here, one of the most incredible designs they've ever done. Just so clean, so pure, so American, with the Statue of Liberty, and that's it. The other one is George Washington's facsimile signature on the very first patent granted in the United States, is what that is. And that's what they determine, and that's the coin that they have, and they're kicking off this American Innovation Series. Now, we're gonna, like you said, a little later on here in this hour, we're gonna give you the opportunity to do those coins, and that's important. The United States government has determined that while they will make these coins, and they're not technically commemorative coins, they're regular United States coins, but they will never release any of them into circulation. They've never done that before. They are only available, in essence, in bags and rolls from the United States government at a premium to face value, period. The only way for you to get one of these coins is if you buy a roll of one of these coins from the government at $37. So for you, now you get extra coins, but at the end of the day, if you just want one, you're really in the thing for $37 is what you would have to pay to get one of those coins.
And they would be all the same. Like
sure, they're just this coin. Right, so what we had to do is we had to buy, you know, thousands and thousands of these coins so that you can get them literally one at a time. So you don't have to, okay, I want a P and a D and a proof, and all of a sudden you're $100 into getting those 3 coins. Now you got some extra coins, but what are you gonna do with them? You want one or 2 or 3, you know, but still at the end of the day, that is such an important consideration. So we're gonna give you that brand new Innovation Dollar. Look at this coin. I mean, I think it's just truly spectacular. And I don't wanna get too caught up in that coin, understanding that's just one of the bonuses. Right. So if you figure out the free shipping and handling, you figure out the red oak presentation box, you put in the value of this coin, you put in the grading certificate, you are looking at over $100 in bonuses on an $89.95 silver coin that stands alone at $89.95. That's why it's not only our best value today, I think it's our best coin value of the year, and it traditionally is. It's why we always sell it out. It's why I've never seen a New Year's Eve ball drop, because I'm here every year and have been for almost 2 decades now. And the reason is that everybody wants the brand new 2019 coin that you're gonna have 1 ounce of pure silver, certified absolutely positively perfect, 100% exclusive to HSN. And then you're gonna have right here, individually numbered of 12,019. You know exactly where you fall in the individual edition.
And because we're breaking it up into interest-free payments, yes, this is money, and you don't have to pay for the money all at once. I love it when we do that. It's $29.98 on any major credit card that you already own, minor credit cards, your debit card. After that $29.98, we'll ship this entire set to you, and we're gonna ship the entire dollar set to you on our dime, and it costs more than a dime. We're gonna send it to you on our several dollars. But this is the only day that you can get this entire set, this entire value. At this price, so many of you are buying more than one. We sometimes think, oh, I'm gonna gift them. When you see the value go up and up and up, you might just wanna keep these ones, and maybe you wanna keep one innovation coin and give the rest away. They're a bonus to you. Do whatever you like with them, but that silver dollar is so incredibly valuable at that certified perfect. It doesn't get any better than that, and it comes in that package. Now, we do still have a money-back guarantee, even with our coins. Of course, you can't take it out of the package because of that sort of negates that, a warranty on that. But you can purchase as many as you like today. After today, you won't get this value. So it's that risk-free $29.98, get as many as you can afford, I'd say, today.
And when you're saying take it out of the package, you mean take it out of the holder.
The holder.
You can take it out of the package and look at it. Yeah.
Take it out of the box.
Yeah, you take it out of the box. You can look at it. You just can't crack this holder open, which would require a hammer anyway.
Okay.
So yeah. It's not like this thing just pops open. Right. Yeah, it's something you'd have to literally wrap up and break it open with a hammer. It's an ultrasonically sealed private holder. As long as it stays in this holder, it's 100% returnable.
Yeah, of course.
Please understand that. Yeah. So when you look at this, you can look at this coin. It's not everything that I say it is. Please send it right back. Absolutely, positively send it right back. Is ultimately what it comes down to. So here we've got the brand new American Silver Eagle, which is, understand, it's the most popularly collected silver coin in the world. It's certified perfect. It's individually numbered. In terms of price, this is the lowest price I've done probably in about the last decade. I might have done $89.95 in the past, but I know I've done $99, $119, $129, $149 when silver was higher in the past. Silver's at a very, very reasonable price now. Additionally, for me to be able to do this, I had to lock in silver last year. We had to commit to this because we had to pay for these coins last year. Since I purchased this and locked in my silver price and locked in my $89.95, silver's gone up almost 10%. Our prices remain the same, but the silver, the underlying value of the silver in this coin has gone up about almost 10%, not quite 10%, but almost 10% since I bought this and I locked this in. Now understand, to get 12,000 perfect coins, because the government does not sell these directly to the general public. You have to go through what's called a series of authorized purchasers. We have to buy these coins in sealed boxes of 500 coins. I had to buy 150,000 coins to make sure that I got 150,000 coins to make sure I get 12,000 perfect coins. Just because they're brand new, just because they're in a box, just because they've never seen the light of day or been touched by human hands does not mean they're perfect. As a matter of fact, the tiniest, fewer than 10% to ensure that I get 12,000 of these. Now, when I'm doing 150,000 coins, that's, that's 150,000 ounces. That's like 5+ tons of American Silver Eagles, tons of Silver Eagles, to be able to get this coin, to certify it perfect, to give you your first day of issue, to make sure that you get in on this, and then at the end of the day, by you fully value the bonuses, you get it for, the bonuses are more than $89.95. Right. It's why we've already sold probably close to 5,000, certainly 4,500 of these coins on the course of the day. Keeping in mind, there are only 12,000, and there can only ever be 12,000 of these coins. Each one has its own individual number. So once this is gone, whether, in today, that's it. This coin, this first day of issue, is only available here at HSN, period. So if there's, let's say there's 10 coins left, or 100 coins left, or 200 coins left, it'll be $119.95. We take away the grading certificate. There's no more innovation dollar. We always include the red oak presentation box, even at the $119.95. But time is of the essence, 100%, particularly because quantity is an issue here. This is not only a special value for today, but it is an absolutely limited one. So I can't say, oh gosh, we've already sold to 12,000. Let's do a wait list. You know, we'll try to get everybody else involved. We just can't do anything like that. Right. This is the number forever. And what it does is it creates this interesting thing. So this is the brand new 2019 American Silver Eagle. First day of issue. That's kind of our flagship thing here at HSN. I don't get to sell any of the 2019 Silver Eagles in 2019. I will sell them all out the last day of 2018. Okay. So in other words, I'm done for the year before the year even starts in terms of first day of issue American Silver Eagles.
And have they been issued yet? Like, do they issue them
are
on
actually
the 1st,
going
like
to
tomorrow?
be released, I think it's tomorrow or the next day.
Okay.
So that's why we had to commit to, we have 150,000, there's 150,000, because everybody wants them. Exciting. The government only makes so many.
Sure.
Okay, and then they'll go back to production during the course of the year, but for first day and all that, I needed to get it all locked in, I need to have it all paid, and unlike, you know, for us, here having 3 flex pays with this type of a thing, I've already paid. We have what's called a front wire. In other words, I sent the money 4 weeks ago, okay, for these coins to ensure that we have the coins to be able to have them certified, to have the 12,019 coins that are going to be able to go into this special value that we're going to have here. And then we add the extras. Free shipping and handling. We've done that a couple of times in the last 15 or 16 years, but it's not a standard. So we have the free shipping and handling, which is a big deal that you're going to have out there. We have the coin grading certificates. It's a $76 value there. Then you're going to have the red oak presentation box, another $14.95 value. And then you have the innovation dollars. I don't even know how you value those. All I can tell you is if you want one of those, you got to buy a roll of coins from the government, and that's going to cost you $37. You break that out any way you want to in terms of value, but the fact of the matter is it's over $100 in bonus values for an $89.95 Silver Eagle that, without any of that stuff, stands on its own at $89.95 as the brand new American silver coin.
Well, over 5,000 sold today out of the 12,000 total that we have to go around for the entire world. So this is your chance to get them. I think you may be able to celebrate New Year's Eve tonight. If we're way ahead of schedule with 5,000 sold. It might be your first New Year's Eve in a long time since they'll all be gone. And once they're gone, they are absolutely gone. This is also not only an exclusive offer where the only place that you can get the first day of issue certified perfect Silver Eagle coin, the 2019, also you're getting the opportunity to certify 4 of the coins that you may already have, the ones that you think these are worth a lot, right? But you don't want to have to pay that $19 or up to $100 to certify each one just on a hunch that maybe it's going to be worth something. Now you'll be able to know, and this is yours coming with your today's special. You're also getting that brand new innovation coin that you may not have even known was something that was coming out. It's really going to be hot. We're going to explain it all to you in a little bit as well. But this is the only place you can get it. Unless you can get how many tons, whatever you got from, I mean, you don't get to, we're not like Mezag. We don't get to order tons and tons.
Well, you can.
And have them certified.
Just got to send them, a couple $million bucks, and they'll send you the coins.
Not quite that deep. But it also is the only place you can get money for a third of the price right now, $29.98, and we're going to ship it to you for free. So that means you can buy more than one. The value on these, as you said, the value, even just in the silver, went up from the time you said, yes, I'll take them. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
And understand, silver's at a pretty significantly low price right now. I mean, we were pretty close to 7, 8, 9 year lows. It's like I said, it's up about 10% off that with that. So you have the intrinsic value of this. So the American Silver Eagle, understand, like I said, the United States government has made the in-state coin every year since 1986. It's a hallmark of value. It's a storehouse of value because each one of these coins contains an ounce of pure silver. So there was a time not that long ago where just the silver in this coin was $50, okay, melted.
Wow.
But understand, once a coin is certified and guaranteed to be absolutely perfect, it's always worth more than melt value. Anybody that tells you anything other than that is basically just lying to you or trying to get the coin for less than it's worth. So, you know, there can be those, oh, it's just, well, I'll just give you the silver price for it. Yeah, sure, of course they would. You know, because they're just, I mean, it's in essence, for a certified coin like this, that's virtually stealing from you. So what happens is once you get the certification, once it's guaranteed at a higher grade, there's not a single American Silver Eagle that sells in Mint State 70 for the same price as an uncertified coin. It always sells for multiples, it always sells for more, and it's always worth more. Because while they may make a significant quantity of these coins, only a very tiny fraction of those coins will be certified first day of issue, absolutely positively perfect. Now, if you're buying a first day of issue PCGS or an NGC, two of the other big recognized grading companies, you will pay a premium to a regular certified Silver Eagle for first day of issue. That's an additional designator of value. We don't charge extra for that. That's one of the other things that we've always done. The first day of issue annex is exclusive to us here at HSN. So you get the perfect American Silver Eagle with that special first day designation with the individually numbered coins, and PCGS and NGC do not individually number coins. So you get all of that special. So that's why that's important at $89.95. Now, a little something extra here. And I believe it's just as 25, 30 years of experience talking here. This is going to be, from a mintage standpoint, I think quite easily the rarest American Silver Eagle of the last 10 years, okay? Since 2008. In the post-2008 American Silver Eagle, we have seen a trend downward a little bit in the production of American Silver Eagles. They make them to order. And I think that's because people buy these as storehouses of value and put them away. And given what has happened, you know what I'm saying, in terms of the stock market and such over the last 10 years or so, you know, people have their money in lots of other different places. And so we've seen a downward trend in terms of the mintage of American Silver Eagle. So on top of this being a tremendous value, on top of this being Mint State 70, I think this is going to end up being one of the rarer, if not the rarest American Mint State Silver Eagle in the last decade. Certainly, I don't think there's any doubt about that. There was a huge upturn in American Silver Eagle mintages starting in 2008. So you have a coin that's going to be kind of fundamentally rare within the series. You have a series of 12,019. We've had these 13,000, 14,000, 17,000 to 18,000 in the past and sold those out. And if just those people continue to collect, we don't have enough to go around. And that's evidenced by, like I said, over 5,000. We just saw the number, over 5,000 of the 12,000 have now been spoken for on our second show of the day is ultimately what it comes down to. This is the second show I've presented this in today is all.
Well, Mike, do you find that, and I know, and I know that we don't, you know, we don't have like Facebook Live or anything where, right now, but do you find that people who are not necessarily collectors throughout the year come back over and over for this exact coin
100%.
Every year?
100%.
So whether you're a big coin collector or not, if you are, you probably were up at midnight and you already got yours. You're just tuning in to see everything else that we have in the hour. But if you're not a coin collector, you can understand the value, even if you're not an expert numismatist like Mike Mizak. You can understand that, first of all, you're saving $30. You're getting a minimum of a $76 value just in the ability to grade for ungraded coins, which of course will establish their value, whether you're trying to
and their authenticity.
And their authenticity. Absolutely. And you're getting the Red Oak presentation box. You're also getting the brand new innovation coin, which is really starting something. Boy, is that such a really exciting collection as well.
Very, very exciting collection. I think could be bigger than the state quarters. But the mintages on it. You see, the government, they released these on the 14th, okay? They only made them for 2 weeks. What's made is made. They're not going back and making any more of these. This is 2018, that's it. I mean, they've already made a number which I think is going to be exceedingly small. And that's a big thing. And like you said, look, you don't have to be a coin collector to do the math here. Right. Okay? You don't have to be a numismatist to figure out this is a great deal. Yeah. You get the American Silver Eagle, 1 pure ounce of silver, certified absolutely positively perfect, as a standalone value at $89.95. I have sold many, 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 many Silver Eagles in the past at $89.95 without any of the accoutrement here that you're going to have. But we're going to do $89.95. Like I said, you're going to get the red oak presentation box. You're going to get the brand new innovation dollar, and you're going to get the grading certificate for $76 value for 4 free gradings plus free shipping and handling. Like I said, you don't need to be a math major or a numismatist or anything to be able to do that math and figure out that this is a spectacular opportunity and deal. So if you have anything that's happening in 2019 of any significance, and of course we all do, this is the perfect way to be able to commemorate that, to be able to mark this place in time. And or just if you've done this every year since 1986, if you've bought it here from me for the last 16 years, this is your chance. This is your time to be able to do that. And remember, it's not just an American Silver Eagle, it's an absolutely perfect first day of issue American Silver Eagle, of which there's only 12,019 in the entire edition. Like I said, over 5,000 already spoken for. We've never added an additional coin that we've done down here, this brand new innovation dollar. The United States government has never done that before. This is a preview coin. The actual innovation dollar set starts in 2019 with the Pennsylvania coin that comes out. They are so far, we don't even know what the design is on the Pennsylvania coin yet, but it's coming out in the next 60 days or so. We didn't know what this was going to be. And then all of a sudden they release it 2 weeks before the end of the year, said, hey, we're going to make these for 2 weeks, we're going to sell them, and then that's that. So if you don't have this coin, you can't collect the set. And I suspect the Pennsylvania coin will probably be, of course, Benjamin Franklin, would be my guess, is going to be in there, because it celebrates by state, in the order of statehood, inventions or inventors from that state. So Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, Connecticut, I think are the first 4.
So if you don't have this one, even if you get the subsequent 55 or whatever, you'll never have a complete set.
And I'm just, and I don't know, they've not released mintage figures on this, but I'm guessing this is going to be one of the rarest golden dollars, rarest dollar coins ever done by the United States government, particularly a regular circulating coin. So it's going to be rarer than the Morgan dollars or the Peace dollars or any of these coins. I think the rarity of this will absolutely floor some people when they figure it out. So anyway, that's the bonus coin. I don't want to get too carried away. We'll have some of those available later. Let's focus on this coin right here, the fact that you get the American Silver Eagle at $30 off, and then we're going to give you $100 plus in bonuses when you get your $89.95 American Silver Eagle. I think it's a spectacular, spectacular opportunity.
It really is, and the fact that we've broken it up into interest-free payments, you'll never pay more than that $89.95. That's not interestable. That's not even a word. $29.98. There you go. I just coined the phrase. Oh, I'm getting bad with the puns.
I like that one.
All right.
I like that one.
Hey, Mike liked it. That's all right. All right. So anyway, we'll never add any interest onto that. It's just every month it's $29.98 on whatever credit card you choose, a couple minor ones, PayPal debit card. But if you miss it, it's gone. That's the thing. So if you're waking up this morning, you're thinking, what kind of champagne am I going to have tonight? Or where am I going to go see the fireworks? Purchase this first before you go do all the other plans, and you'll be set. If you don't, you're going to kick yourself. You're going to come back. Tomorrow, there won't be any left. We talk about how there are 12,000. There were 12,000 total. Now there are fewer than 7,000 in existence. Now, if somebody misses out on this deal, they don't get this silver dollar, what's the next option for somebody? Like a third party, fourth party markup?
Well, I mean, we'll have a non-first day issue American Silver Eagle that'll come out. Remember that additional designator of value.
Sure.
It'll be $119.95.
And it won't be first day issue. It won't be
first day issue. There'll be no
70.
bonuses.
Okay.
None of that other stuff. And as you said, look, there's a lot of places you can watch fireworks. There's going to be a lot of places you can go get a glass of champagne, but there's only one place to get this. And this is 100% exclusive to us here at HSN. And understand that's critically important in coins. This label, this designation, first day of issue, the fact that this is individually numbered is critically important to the value of this coin. And that when you get a perfect coin, then you have the highest available price because it's the highest available value. So you get the brand new American Silver Eagle, 2019, everybody eagerly anticipating this coin every single solitary year. We've taken $30 off the price of the coin. And then as a bonus, giving you the red oak presentation box, $14.95. We're giving the grading certificate worth $76 to have 4 coins of your choice certified from one of the top 4 grading companies that are out there. We're giving you free shipping and handling, and we're adding an additional coin for the very first time, one of the brand new American Innovation Dollars, the 2018 inaugural coin. Put all of that together, and what you have is absolute pure collectability of an $89.95 coin with over $100 in bonuses. It is any wonder we're nearly half sold through the entire quantity.
Absolutely. It's a great way to get your year started off right. It's exclusive here at HSN. It's our one day only today's special value, so don't let it pass you by. In fact, we don't have a limit. I mean, of course, there's a limit to how many there are, 12,000 in total. There's not a limit to how many you can purchase on a day. Don't tell Mike. You could get as many as you want.
We have lots of people that buy 10 or 20 because they want grading certificates and everything else.
Of course, yeah. Amazing value. Now, we have some great items coming up for you as well. So as you're ordering this, you're welcome to stay on